Hello, from Hannover Messe. I'm Marcela from HMS Networks, and I'm joined by Dr. Jens Jakobsen, our Research and Development Manager and the expert for 5G. Jens, can you just tell us something about 5G? What is it and what it brings for manufacturers?
Oh, Marcela, this is a very, very big question. I think 5G for factory automation can be so complicated, but I have a very, very simple explanation. So really, we'll see that 5G will come into the factory in 3 stages. So the first wave will be the ADVs, and the reason for this is that if you walk into a factory today, you will see these fully automated machines, you will see this amazing fully automated warehouse, but you also see people walking from the warehouse with material to the machines and finished products from the machines back to the warehouse. And in order to stay competitive and to keep production within Europe, we need to automate this task. And this is why we need the ADVs. And today, the ADVs are normally using Wi-Fi, but as we get more and more devices into the factory, the Wi-Fi network will not have enough capacity. So for this reason, this is the first wave for 5G in the factories.
But yes, tell me, why not 4G? Why is not LTE sufficient?
So we can start using 4G, but in 5G, you have something called massive MIMO. So it means that you have these amazing smart antennas that can make a beam specifically for each machine that wants to communicate. And this is part of the reason why we get this 10,000 higher capacity of a 5G network compared to a 4G network.
But yes, some people were asking me, why do we need such capacity? Why do we need so much speed? What is your answer to it?
So the answer is that as time goes by, we'll get more and more devices connected in the factory. So the first wave was these ADVs. The second wave, we wanted to connect all the machines so that we can easily rearrange them. Also, we need the workers to be mobile. So instead of walking up to the machines to operate the machine, they will be using tablets that connect to the machines then. And then in the third wave, so this is the really, really hard one. This is where we move the PLC from the machine into the data center, and then we have all the devices, all the actuators and sensors we have connected to the 5G network.
But is it affordable for all kinds of companies?
I think actually when you look at wireless technology, in the past, it was very, very expensive. But then as we reduce the price, basically with Moore's law, we see that for some wireless technologies, we already have a wireless interface that is cheaper than the connector that you use for a wired interface. So over time, the price will go down and will be a lot cheaper than using wires in the factory.
Does it mean that the early adopters will be big companies and then the smaller ones will follow?
Yeah, I think this is a good question. My expectation is that we will see the big manufacturers, something like the car industry, for example, will be the first adopters, and then later on we will see this follow for other industries as well.
And when is 5G coming into industrial manufacturing?
Well, I think now we need the standards to be finalized. So at the moment, we're working on 3GPP release 16. It was supposed to be finalized the end of this year, but I already know that in the working groups there's some delays. So it'll probably be sometime the beginning of 2020. And then we'll see the first deployments in the factories late 2020, maybe 2021.
And what do you hear from your customers? What do they say? Are they looking forward to 5G? Are they afraid of 5G? Or what is their expectation?
I think a lot of customers that we meet here at our booth in Hannover, they are really, really interested in this as a new technology. They know that they need to do something for the future because wired technology will not solve the needs that they have. So they're looking into the future, but at the moment they're happy with what they have for wired technology.
Okay, thanks. Thank you a lot, Jens.
Thank you very much, Marcela.
Thank you.